Time having arrived, I call this meeting of the Accounts Committee of the Brockton City Council to order. If you wanted to, Madam Auditor, give us kind of an update. I think agenda item number 1, you had a few things for us.
Yes. First off, thank you, Accounts Committee, for joining me this evening. Agenda item number 1 is just a quick discussion about the outstanding requests given to me by the Accounts Committee from our last meeting on 9/26/23. I apologize, I did not print copies of the agenda, but it should be on the screen, which, there it is. The outstanding items that are still pending that I would like to discuss with the committee at our next meeting are in particular having to do with our LIUNA pension payments. I need to speak with the HR director in particular to get some more information about that. There were questions about, in particular, lease contracts belonging to the school department and what they were for. We still are in the process of obtaining all of them before presenting them before the committee. I expect to have that ready for you at our next meeting. And the last request by Councilor Minicello was a real-time expenditure report for the city side and the school side. I believe you wanted to see both. Which is produced by the finance department. So I'd have to speak to the CFO in particular about getting that, and I'll have that ready for you at our next sit down. I believe all other questions asked were provided, and please let me know otherwise.
Okay. And then also on the topic of the lease that we had found for Westgate Drive that is occupied by the school department, I had asked the solicitor's office to kind of give us an opinion on those. And we did speak today, and she reached out, indicated she wanted to get all of those leases for the school department rather than just looking at just one in a vacuum. And she obtained those. She didn't receive them until this past Thursday, so we want to give her time to do, now that she has everything, do a thorough review of those leases so she can issue an opinion to us. So for our next meeting, she's committed to having that to this committee next week, so we'll have that answer for by the time long and before our next meeting. All right. Any questions on this agenda item from the members of the committee? No? Okay. One of the other things that we asked for was the city credit card statement. I, on behalf of the members of this committee, requested 6 months worth of these statements, which we have received. The auditor, I assume, probably got those from finance as well, but you and finance worked on putting these together.
The statements go through me.
They go through you.
I have access to the city credit card, and I personally produce the monthly statement to look at the charges.
Then I thank you for taking the time to put this together. Before we get into this, I do want to say I sent a pretty lengthy request to you from many items, and so I in the midst of everything else you have going on, normal functions of the auditing office, I know you're heavily involved in figuring out the issues on the school department and their finances as well, never mind meeting with this committee and working on and putting together the information we're asking for. So I want to thank you for everything you're doing, because I know that you've got a lot on your shoulders right now, and so I do appreciate it, especially some of the things we've asked you for that take time to put together, and it's, one more thing on top of everything else you and your staff are working on, and so I do thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
Okay, so does anybody want to start, or I can, on the any questions on the statements, the card statements? Councilor Lally?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. How are you, Madam Auditor?
Good evening.
Evening. Really just one, there were a couple things that I noticed that I did have questions about that I, pursued, just called the department and said, hey, what, why you got $50 for food here, this or that. That were, that made sense. But I didn't get a chance to ask the I think it's HR department about this one, but it is, I don't know what identifying document number this has, but it's two expenses for $227.75 each for the Seacrest Beach Hotel in Falmouth.
Do you know which month that's in?
Statement date is 8/15/2023.
Okay, so that was, I was actually supposed to attend that as well. That was a conference, I believe, with the Massachusetts Municipal Accountants and Auditors Association. Rather, strike that. That would have been my conference had I gone down to Crestview. There's a similar conference for HR folks in the public sector. And I'm pretty sure, and I can definitely double check for you on this, they have them all around the same weekend.
Yeah.
And it's all down in the Cape.
Fair enough. That was the biggest thing that stuck out to me. So I'll turn it over to my colleagues. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Madam Auditor.
No problem.
No, I'm all set.
You're all set? Okay, I have a few items. Let's see. On the April 14th statement, there is a charge under, what department was this under? I think it looks like it's under Police Department for Amazon, $3,254.36. Do we have any detail on what those purchases were?
Not at the moment, and I'll find out.
Okay.
And get back to the committee on this.
Thank you. And then, under finance on that same statement, so there's a charge, U.S. Mayor's $4,590. I assume that's the mayor's conference in Washington, D.C., that every mayor, for as long as I recall, has gone to and usually comes back with money well over the cost of the trip. But I was curious, it looked like there was a difference in the cost of the ticket, the airline ticket, for the CFO versus the cost of the ticket for the mayor, and I was just curious what the difference was. It looks like they were flying together, same place, probably, I assume, leaving from the same place. It just seemed odd. So
Where's where are you seeing an airline ticket cost for the mayor? I believe that the charge for 408.90 was the mayor and Troy's ticket combined.
Okay. There was another one on the last page for $722. Was that maybe a different trip?
Okay, I'll look into that.
Okay.
What page is that?
So it's the April 14th statement. And so under finance, we have one,
Yep.
and then on the last page,
Got it.
under mayor's office, there's another one, and the cost is different. So I'm just curious. Okay, yeah, if you can look into that, and that can be something that you can bring back to us next time. And then on the May 15th statement, there is an May 10th charge under Mayor's Office, Lightsaber Promotions, $3,275.
I can pull that information for you.
Okay.
Okay.
That was all I had on that one. And let's see. Don't think I had anything. Oh, and then June 15th. Under Law Department, June 30th, there's a charge for $2,340 to Harvard PDPR. I'm guessing that's probably a professional development, but if we could just confirm. I know they have an item in their budget for professional development, but we can just confirm that that's accurate as to what that is.
Sorry, you said it was under the Law Department in June?
Yes, June, and the charge date was June 30th.
Okay,
Yeah, June 30th was,
yes.
you see the one I'm looking
I
at?
do.
Okay, all right, great. And then also, let's see, this one is August 15th under law. This may have been some kind of a conference because it looks like there's maybe an airline ticket, there's a La Quinta Hotel, $1,422. If we can just confirm what that was. It looks like, I'm assuming it's a conference because again, this looks like there's a United flight. I think it's a flight, I may be wrong about that, but. So yeah, if we can just get a little more detail on that one.
Okay.
And then the last one, what statement is that on? Saw it earlier. Well, I'll just ask you about it because you and I talked about it and I think you were, oh, there it is. July 14th, there's a police department charge for Red Sox tickets, $2,950.
Yes, so a lot of these charges are funded through grant money, and the police department has a grant, it's called the Shannon Grant, and there's an allowable expense where cadets can accompany at-risk youth to events like this, and it's paid for by the grant.
Okay. That was grant funded anyway, so that's not
Correct.
taxpayer, well, depending on where the grant comes from, it may ultimately be federal tax money, but, right, okay. Okay. All right. Oh. This is the one I had highlighted. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, also July 14th statement under HR. Matthew Bender and Company, $420.94. I was just curious what Matthew Bender and Company does for us.
Okay.
I think. Counselor Lally asked about that. Okay, yeah, I think that covers.
I got
You have
one question.
Counselor Texera.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Ms. Otter. On July 14th, it says Harvard PDPR for $2,340.
Right, and that's through the Law Department. I'll speak to the city solicitor. It's more than likely something to do with training, more than likely, something of that nature.
That nature, okay.
But I'll let the committee know.
That was it on my end. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
No problem. All right. So I guess now we get to the warrants, agenda item number 2. We have some paid invoices on reports here that we typically review as part of this committee. Any of my colleagues have anything? All right, Counselor Lally, go for it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. All right. First thing, I'll hang on a second for the computer. Whenever you're ready, Madam Auditor.
Okay. I'm
All
ready.
right. Warrant P24-026,
What page?
page number 22. This is not a lot of money at all, but we are paying for other contract services, Orange County Sheriff's Office. And I just was wondering what purpose we would have to give Orange County, which there's a couple Orange counties in America, but none around here.
Yeah.
I was just wondering why we were giving them, it's not a lot of, it's $55, but I figured I'd ask.
Can I have the PO number?
Yes. Let me find it. 151-40075.
Okay, this is through the law department. Looks like it's a summons.
Oh.
You can run from the law department, but you can't hide.
It's payment for a summons to be served.
Well, makes sense.
Okay.
That covers that. On warrant P23-173, dash 173. PO number 3233-1934. That's page 6. To the Massachusetts Teachers Association, $3,855.60 for what is listed as printing services. We have actual vendors we could use to print things, and I'm pretty sure the high school's got its own printing operation. So the whole thing just didn't fully line up for me, so I figured I'd ask about it.
Okay, so this is under the school's general fund. Looks like it's contracted printing over a 3-year span.
Contracted, what? I'll wait till I see the. Does it tell us why this is a contract or what we're having them print?
Yes. The printing of the Brockton contract, one moment.
We have to pay the MTA to print the contract?
Wow. Well, let's see what.
I can speak to the school department and ask why we have to pay this vendor to print our contract.
So they really get us coming and going. Does whoever negotiate that contract shave with a weed whacker? Oh my God.
All right, so you'll,
I'll speak to Dr. Cobb's and I'll,
Jack.
Like, you know, it's not precise, is my point.
No, no, I
I'm not
understand.
making an intellectual accusation. I'm just saying, you're not being very,
No,
you're letting, how we signing in, how are they signing contracts where they're even agreeing to pay for the printing of the why wouldn't we just print the contract?
Right. Yeah, I don't know why we have to, and why them versus any of the other vendors that we have that we use here in the city for printing services.
Is that really it? Is that, this is a, we're really paying them to print the contract?
it does appear to look like a print job.
Collate, perforate, that literally looks like a print job.
It's gotta be a beautiful looking contract.
Better be.
All right, well, I apologize for my sarcasm, but this is something, I'm still trying to get my head around that. So I do look forward to further insight. Then on the last page of that warrant, page 11, PO number 89992077, $20,000 to Ockers Company. We've given them $347,000 to date. My understanding is that Ockers is the company we work with in our dealings for the audio visual work in this chamber. And there have been errors and shortcomings in that system that we really should have gotten away from by now. So it's not anything pertinent. I don't think that there's something afoot. I just want to see what we're paying them for. If we're still, we're still waiting for the job to get done completely right. I want to see what we're paying them for.
This is funded through school grant funds, and it's particularly through the special education office. So let's see. So of course it's tech related. It looks similar to what they would have performed here in the chamber. It looks like a heavy installation
Okay.
through special ed. I can find out more information on this.
It seems to make sense. If it's for the schools, then that I don't have a question. I was mostly focused on things concerning this chamber, so I'm unless my colleagues have any other sentiments, I'm all set. And that's all I've got for now. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Do you have anything so far?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
But if you want to go ahead and...
No, go ahead.
Oh,
Counselor Texiera.
thank you, Mr. Chair. The PO number 365-40014, page 7.
This is also through the Special Education Department of Brockton Public Schools. It looks like it's tuition.
Okay, so that's a tuition, right?
It's a tuition payment.
What's, okay,
It appears to be one of the out-of-district costs with the special education kids. I can get more information about this.
yeah,
if
just
you
because
wish.
on this invoice, it only says, the invoice is 4219.28, and what we have before us is $10,633.42. Is that just one invoice, or is?
Oh, I apologize, I was looking at the wrong bill. Okay. All right, this is also a tuition payment. Okay. So it is special education tuition for the summer. So there's one. Nope. As to the details behind what is actually occurring with this summer tuition payment, I'd have to obtain from the school department.
Okay, appreciate if you can get back to us on that. And also another question, is that a FY24? It comes out of FY24, or?
If it's the summer of 2023, yes.
So it's FY24. Okay, let's go to the next one. 32340248.
This is the payment to Comtronics, correct? That you see? $31,978.48?
Correct.
Okay. Looks like it's radios for the school. Radio chargers for all schools. 56 charging units. Nope. They appear to have a contract, state contract with this vendor. I can get more information for the committee on this. I can't say I'm very well versed on chargers for radios, but I can get more details as to, oh, well, here we go. As to what this is used for. But I'm sure there's
It's like a charging station.
very important need
Must be
if it has to do with the schools.
a lot of money for charge. Okay.
You guys seeing this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smart chargers. I can get more details for the committee.
Please.
Yes.
On page 8, it's 3654009. Crystal Spring, that one tuition.
There should be one more digit, 365400009.
009.
It's like another spent tuition.
Okay, this is a tuition cost with Brockton Public Schools. Again, it's the special education department,
Oh, okay.
$14,979.82. This is out of their general fund. Crystal Springs. Yep, it's all tuition costs.
Could you just scroll back for a second?
Sure.
I just want to see, is that for a year, or is that a month or a quarter? I just want to try to,
It says August. It looks like a month.
wow.
Oh, that's a lot.
And it's more than likely 4 separate students.
Yes, I think that the initials are, let's see.
It's like 3.
Yeah, if you can scroll down.
Would you like me to scroll down?
If you can just scroll down. That one. Oh, right there, right there.
That's just the back of the PO. That's,
Oh, that's,
that's the, okay. Yep, these are tuition costs for these kiddos.
1 month.
crystals.
8 August 1st to August 31st.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Yeah, no idea. That's
Yeah.
just a question. I know it's for 1 month, and how many students do you have that? Oh, you will
I'll
know.
have to get that.
If you can
How
just-
many students total in special education for Brockton Public Schools, or?
Yeah, we pay $52,429.37. How many students that we pay out of that 52,000?
Okay.
Crystal Spring.
I'll find that out for you and get back to you.
All right, appreciate. PO number 14740032, page 11.
so this is through our treasurer's office. This looks like their tailings account. Yeah. So through the treasury, there is such a thing as tailings, there is such a thing as petty cash, where if there's an employee that is in dire straits because a payroll check got lost or something of that nature, we can cut them a manual check. And there's a process to the treasurer for, giving them those funds directly and then voiding the check that went out in the mail or what have you.
So this is for loss of a check, correct?
Correct. It happens a lot of the time with,
Is that for the city employees?
and it also happens a lot with our veterans.
Okay.
Not everyone has a bank account sometimes, and there's lots of different circumstances that can arise that would constitute using a tailings account for such a thing.
That's all I have for now.
Okay. I guess I will jump in for a little bit, and then we can kind of go around a little bit, make sure we all get a chance here. Going to warrant P23173. Invoice, no, PO, I'm sorry. 186-30123.
Page, Mark?
Page 1 on that warrant,
On page 1.
on the P23173. And that PO is for Beals and Thomas, Inc., and it just says contractual services, which is my biggest pet peeve on these, so that's why I'm asking. What contractual service did they provide us? This invoice for $1,726, it looks like, year-to-date, it's not huge, $5,900, but
This is through our planning department.
okay.
This does look like grant funds. Beals and Thomas, Sycamore Grove Design.
Okay, so this is design services for Sycamore
Right.
Grove. Okay, thank you. Still on the same warrant, we're going to go down to PO 186-30098, Russell and O'Neill, Inc. Again, Mark's favorite description, other contract services. We'll just stick with that first one, $26,250. I want to see what types of services this company provides.
186-30098.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm missing a digit.
Hang on, did I give you the PO? number? 186-30098. I might have read it off wrong.
186-0098. Okay. This is also through the city planner. It is paid for through grant funds. It looks like it's engineering for one of the projects.
So way to see which project?
Yep.
It said Trout Brook at the top.
Oh, okay, thank you, I missed that. All right,
So did I.
that settles that. Trout Brook?
Narrow that one down.
Yes, thank you.
Yep, Trout Brook.
Okay, all right. It's those young eyes, Counselor Lally. You see a little better than,
Not as young as I used to be, Counselor.
see a little better than this old man. All right. Let's go to same warrant. It's page 3. The PO number 32331436, Kittredge Equipment Company, Other charges and expenditures. I mean, might as well have highlighted that in red for me.
So this is the school department. This is paid for with grant funds. Six pizza peels.
Okay. What's a pizza?
I don't know what a pizza peel
Just gonna say.
is.
Talk about young eyes. Another thing I may know a lot about is pizza, but I don't know what a pizza peel is.
Yeah.
It looks like it's equipment.
Oh, something to
Yep.
cut the pizza.
And there's a,
Oh, is that what
Pizza
the,
peel is one of those boards, those wooden boards.
oh,
Put the pizza into the
oh,
oven.
okay. I didn't know that's what it was called.
Yeah, one of those, yes, one of those long boards. Wow. I had to look it up, so I'm.
No, all right.
I'm not.
I was all impressed. I'm like,
Well,
geez.
there you go. Yeah, I know.
I'm the one that likes to cook, and he knows what that, but
There you go.
I feel better that you had to look it up.
There you go, the pizza.
If we can go, same company, same vendor, with just a different invoice, 323-31880. That one's 2717. Obviously, I'm sure it's kitchen equipment again, but. Well, now I know what a pizza peel is and what the proper term is.
Yeah.
We learn a lot in this committee.
I know. Accounts is the place to learn things.
While the auditor's looking, if I may, Mr. Chairman,
Of course.
if this is another food service, this is also for pizza.
who knows what a pizza screen
What?
is?
We're about to find out, Councilman Minicello.
Councilor Viticello, you want to look that up
Pizza
too?
what?
Pizza screen.
Screen.
Pizza screen.
But either way, my question really is, I think, to why you highlighted this, other charges and expenditures. This is equipment.
Right,
Just say equipment.
right. This is the stuff
The
that jumps out at me, and all of us, and always does when it's these generic categories of other contract services, other charges and expenditures. You're like,
That's a quantity of one.
It's a round.
Whatever this pizza screen is $2,700.
$2,700.
It's grant funded.
Maron.
Oh, yeah, but it's
Yep.
still funded.
Just a round aluminum screen that pizzas would, I guess, go into the oven on, or,
That's $2,700?
I'll tell you.
Because I
A
got it on,
one?
I got it on Amazon
Oh,
for
wait.
$100.
The 12, looks like quantity break 12 at $3.38 each, so they must have ordered a
Oh.
bunch of them.
804.
Oh, there we go, 804 ordered, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Can I, slightly veering off topic for just a split second, Councilor Lally made a great point about the account description is what made such a minor thing jump out at me, right? And I think that many of these are like that. The descriptions on the school department seem to not always necessarily match the descriptions used on the city side in all of the digging in that's going on in light of the deficit situation on the school side. Is that also something that's kind of maybe being looked into and kind of bringing the way they use Munis in line with with the way the rest of the city is using Munis?
Yes, this is a cleanup on Munis that needs to happen. These are the names that were plugged into these particular GL accounts sometime way back when.
Right.
So it's definitely something to mull over, to
Yeah.
update, to have something a little bit more descriptive.
Right. Or clean up, as you put it, and I think that's the right word of some of the categories and descriptions, and my understanding is you put it in and it's kind of a drop down, but maybe some
Right.
of those need to be adjusted and standardized, So, okay, all right. Same warrant, PO 323-30217. It's BAS Holding Corp. Now, it looks like building rent, and I would just love to know, now, obviously, we didn't pay $113 for building rent, but $195,000 year-to-date is the number that jumped out at me, so I'm just curious as to what we're renting from BAS Holding.
Bus Depot.
Oh, okay.
This is the general fund.
Oh, okay, all right, I didn't realize that that name BAS Holding was the,
I'm sorry, which invoice number are we looking at?
well, it was PO number 32330217. But okay, that's the space at the fairgrounds.
Right.
Right? Yeah. Okay. All right, I didn't realize that the ownership title of that was the BAS Holding, so, okay. All right, that explains that one. Okay, that's all I had on that warrant. Warrant P24. PO 421-40157, it's on page 5. For Dennis K. Burke, Inc., gasoline, $15,230.
Okay, so this is through our DPW Highway Department.
Is this the gas depot? Yeah. Okay, all right, perfect. And that will eliminate a question in one of the other ones that I had, same vendor, different amounts of money. Okay. Again, P24 is the warrant, P240026. PO 323-40248, Comtronics Corp., radio phone replacement. I'm just curious as to where or what we replaced.
Page 7.
7, yeah.
This is through the school department.
More radio
Radio
chargers?
chargers again.
Wait, didn't we just do radio? Or did we ask, did two of us ask about the same thing?
I think
I did.
so.
I asked
Okay,
about the question.
you had already asked
And
about this.
we've already discussed this.
Okay, I'm sorry, never mind. I was going to say, how many radio chargers do they need? All right, then let's go to page 8 on the same warrant. And I may have asked about this last time because the name looks familiar, but I just don't remember what it was, so I'm going to ask again. 631-40188. It's an
Contract.
invoice for $9,308.40 under other contract services for a Paul F. Katumas.
I do recall this.
And I just don't remember what, huh?
I asked already.
Oh, you did ask that one already? Jeez, never mind.
Would you like me to look
Talked
it
about
up
that one.
again?
I apologize. All right.
And I asked,
Did you ask about this one?
which one is that, the $39 one? No, I didn't.
Okay.
I asked about the 15.
All right. I think we got one that hasn't been asked about yet. Sorry about that. 541-40008 for Crescent Ridge. It's small, but I'm just curious as to what humanistic supplies would be.
Ice cream?
President Ridge's ice cream.
Humanistic supplies?
I think, I'm just guessing.
Right.
I think that they probably, it's sort of a
I just thought it was an odd,
I guess it's sort of like a reward. I don't know what which, it's the school?
I don't know, we'll find out. It probably is, I just was curious.
If it's for kids, it's a reward for children. If it's for adults, it's, I guess, sort of a
And
morale
it's-
booster.
Okay.
That's what I'm just
Reward
curious.
Right.
for adults.
And it's not a ton of money, it was
Oh,
just.
there it is.
It was the
Council on
category.
Aging.
Okay.
Okay, so
Ah.
rewarded for the elderly. That's-
Okay,
that's-
ice cream
that's
for
fine.
some kind of ice cream thing for the seniors,
It looks like
probably?
they got
All right.
some
How much was it?
50,
$39.
It was only $39. It was the description that jumped out at me. It wasn't the money. Okay.
Some
Orange
drinks.
juice, half and half, milk. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
All right. Like I said, it was just the category that stuck out at me. Okay. Stop me if we already went over this one. P24026, page 10, PO number 405-30178, ESRI Inc.
we did that already.
You did that one? Jeez. It's like I wasn't even in the room. I'm sorry. Did you do FM generator
Oh, what page?
on page 12?
Page 12? No, I did not.
Okay. PO 385-40273.
I did that one.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
not really.
Oh, my God.
No. I saw an opportunity.
This is through the school department.
All right.
High emergency generator. Apparently it's repairs for something. This is through the general fund. Natural gas emergency generator at the high school.
Service.
It appears to be some kind of repair.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we do want to keep that running. Page 13. You guys on 13?
No, I didn't.
PO 365-40048. It's Hillcrest Educational Centers. And I know it's special ed tuition. There's a reason I'm bringing this up. I just wanted to see how many, and Councilor Minicello asked one too that was similar, how many students were serviced and for what span of time? And the point in bringing this up, and I think it's important, is just to, one of the big expenditures that's been discussed on the school side is the out-of-district placements, and that's why I think this is good to bring up and look at just how costly these placements are.
It is tuition. It is for special education, yes.
Okay.
We also have so many companies that were doing this.
And this is the general fund, of course.
Back for 1 second. Just like one
Yes.
page. Oh, it's out in Pittsfield, or is that where? I saw the address. It's Pittsfield.
Good
That
catch.
could be the headquarters of the
Yeah,
company.
I was just,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Centers, Pittsfield, Mass.
Pittsfield, Mass.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe that is just a mailing. I'm not sure, but
But if that's where the facility is located, that's going to tie into the, transportation cost, which is
it says August tuition.
a significant part of the
one student?
issues on the school side.
What's that?
For how many students though?
So that's the month of August. Is that just one
Correct.
student?
Is that, yeah, that's the question.
But, I mean, Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I mean, we do have to remember that there are some students that have severe
Oh, yeah.
special needs, you know what I mean? So,
Okay, so that's several.
It's
Well,
a
that's,
lot of kids.
Yeah, that's a lot of kids. Okay, that makes more sense. And yeah, no, you're right. And obviously, you and I know from our experience on the school side that there are many students who are have severe disabilities, and the cost of these programs, of course.
Sorts of issues. I mean, seizures, I know of a couple of students here that seizures constantly.
Right.
Parents looking for all sorts of alternatives to try to, just a severe,
And I'm not questioning whether we should or shouldn't.
Yeah, right. I just want to point out that there are some bills in a year that could be 150,000 for one student.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Right.
The child is there, it gets such services because their bodies, are in such
Condition
that
that,
they require that. So, I mean, I
yeah.
just want to make sure the public understands that there are some students that are,
Right, and that's why I think.
about the grace of God,
Right, and that's why I bring it up, and I was glad that you asked the questions you asked on the one you brought up, because people hear a part of the overage was out-of-district placements, and I don't think, they realize just how costly these placements are because of the severity of some of the need. Now, this one didn't turn out to be that it was one student with severe need, it turned out to be many students, but, some of them, you're right, are substantial because of the significant need and the specialty that, the specialized program that child would need.
If I may, I think one of the shining lights of the Brockton Public Schools is the fact that they pay for these special education costs. I'm a parent of a child with special needs and severe medical needs. And one of the reasons why I was attracted to applying for this position with the City of Brockton is because as a parent, I'm currently fighting the school district that I'm residing in to pay for these costs because most districts won't.
Really?
Right.
I thought they had
And
to.
Brockton does. So I think this is something that, just as a parent, is probably one of the best things about this city. Because it's really hard living in a city and town where I would probably say in my research, and I've talked to tons of parents like me, most cities and towns won't. And we're paying for advocates out of pocket to fight these districts. We're paying for emergency hearings with DESE to make these cities and towns pay. And Brockton's one of the few cities in the Commonwealth that actually helps the parents.
Right.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, well,
And there's nothing to prevent this body and the school committee from speaking with special ed to make sure that there aren't students that could be in programs within the district, as long as what the service that is required can be adequately and professionally and appropriately delivered,
Right.
And so that's one thing I think that we need to have a conversation with, because when we were there, that was the mantra.
That was the approach.
We want to keep it in-house, provide the service that is required because we can deliver it at a more effective cost. But there are some children that the needs are, school for the blind.
Right.
All sorts of, muscular, like you said, muscular, the
Right.
children that are in wheelchairs the wheelchairs have all sorts of mechanisms because the child's skeletal, muscular issues are just so severe. I mean, I didn't want to go there, but yes, we
Right.
need to ask the question just to make sure that policy and that cost savings, when we can adequately deliver the services, is still being done. And I'm sure it is, but it's not a bad thing to just, make sure that this side of the street and the school committee,
Right.
I'm sure they're going to do it too. Ask
Well,
those
and-
questions.
when you and I were over there, of course, we and the rest of the committee and like you said, the district at large, it was always if we can, and if we have the expertise and we can get the facilities to provide the service here, great. And in doing so, that freed up money to be able to pay for the out-of-district placements for the students we didn't have the expertise or the facilities to service. So it actually was a double benefit because anything we could do in-house saved money, so that student's taken care of, and it freed up dollars to help with servicing students that had to be out of district because the need was just beyond the expertise we had here, you know? So hopefully that's still the approach, but maybe that's something that we can inquire as to, you know, are they still, you know, are there services, and I think there are some services that previously were in-house that are not anymore, and I bet that's a significant increase in cost, and what was the reasoning behind that?
It's something I can discuss with Dr. Cobb at our weekly sit-down and just sort of pick his brain about that.
And don't get me wrong,
To the
if we
committee.
don't have the expertise and the facilities here to do it, then we've got to pay the tuition to
Yeah.
put them in the right place, but, okay.
Fair question to ask.
Yeah, of course. And I thank you for sharing as well.
Yes, thank you.
You're very
Really
welcome.
appreciate that. So, moving on to same PO, page 21, 220-40133, building and grounds repairs.
Looks like something to do with some lockers.
Yeah, the
Oh, it's the
department-
fire department.
Okay. Fire department lockers,
It
probably in
is.
one of the
It's through
firehouses.
it's through the general fund.
Okay. That's probably,
We were talking about school, and I thought lockers.
right, I
Not sure
immediately
how
was-
$15,000 worth of yeah.
Okay.
That was a pretty serious high school renovation.
Okay. So these are fire department lockers at one of the firehouses? Good issues.
Yes.
Mobile-sided unit for 4 per section. Oh, it might be, you know what, it might be a rack on one of the,
It could be on the
Mobile could be on one of the trucks.
trucks. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
was thinking.
On an apparatus, or, you know, they've also got some smaller, you know, pickup trucks that have a significant
Oh,
apparatus on them.
Hang on.
But, okay. Page 23, 210-40098. It's the sheriff's department, you know, probably serving process, but maybe not, it's $2,604. And again, it's just that other contract services category that I love so much.
Keep getting the year wrong. We're still looking at 23, right?
Page 23, yeah.
23.
Fiscal 23.
Oh,
I keep thinking
no, you know what?
we're talking about 24.
It is fiscal '24. Just noticed that up at the top.
Okay, I have the number wrong. 210400198.
What?
That's the year right there.
Oh, okay. 210-40098.
This is a police department charge. Yep. It's their general fund.
Veteran watch?
It's the
It-
watching of prisoners.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. All right.
They sometimes have to call someone from the sheriff's office in for female prisoners.
Okay. All right, that makes sense then. Okay. All right. P24026 still, page 24. PO number 451-40150 to Richard Liedberg for $8,200.
Vehicle repair. It's with the Water Division of DPW. This is enterprise funds.
It's like a transmission. Oh, okay, so that's,
It just didn't have the company name.
yeah, okay.
It's vehicle repair.
Okay. All right. It's a transmission shop, it looks like.
Yes,
Okay.
they've got their slip.
Great. All right. Let's see. I don't remember if this one was brought up. 141-40013, Tyler Technologies, $20,285. Some kind of
Well,
evaluation.
that's Munis. That's what I'm on right now.
Oh, okay.
It's more than likely some kind of customer support
I
charge.
got the right person for that one.
Yeah. Oh,
30.
all right. So this is through the assessing department, maintenance and support. They might have customized a report or something for the assessor. Or,
But 20 grand?
well, strike that. It was probably,
This could be the reevaluation that he sent us this morning.
Maintenance and support. Is that, it looks like a year's worth?
it is.
Okay, okay.
It is a year's worth.
So it's a year's worth of maintenance and support from Munis?
Right.
Okay. Um, Same warrant, page 37, PO 133-40063. Barbesian Light of New England, some kind of equipment for $320,000. Probably DPW equipment, well, maybe not.
There it is.
Auditorium work.
There's probably several items of equipment.
This is grant funded.
Yep.
It's for Brockton High.
Electrical, lighting.
I can get more details on this.
Yeah. I know they were doing some renovations, I think, in the auditorium.
This is more than likely what the charge.
Okay. Okay. All right. We already addressed that one. So roof repair. Page 47, The warrant is P24027, and it is PO number 13330096 to an HKT Architects. And I'm more interested in basically what they're providing us. The year-to-date is what jumped out at me at $231,000.
House doctor for City Hall.
What?
Huh?
Let's see what that means. Well, this is grant funded.
Okay.
Grant or ARPA?
Would that be during COVID, the doctor?
No, this is an architect.
Right.
The mayor said that he was going to be doing ARPA work on City Hall. That's why I asked if it was grant or ARPA.
Oh, right, because they are doing some
It is ARPA funds.
ventilation work here, and I think there was a whole bunch of
Snazzing it up a bit.
work for this building. Oh, there's like, some of them look like parks, some for City Hall. Yeah, if we can look at
Does it come
these.
from the same account?
Hmm?
Does it come from the same account?
Not sure.
Because that's
Good question.
ARPA money. I don't think.
Right,
Well, if it's ARPA, it does.
yeah. Okay, so construction documents, bidding, construction administration.
These appear to be preliminary costs associated with the construction for City Hall.
Jesus Christ, we spent $400,000 and they haven't actually swung a hammer yet? I'm in the wrong business.
I can find out more details.
If you wouldn't mind for the next meeting, maybe this gives us. Not much. Okay. Yeah, if you can get us some more detail on that, that'd be wonderful. We get another one on the next page, page 48, PO 133-40066, Homer Contracting, $218,500. And year-to-date, $513,000. Repairs for the Brockton.
This is ARPA funds. This is similar.
Okay. Bonds. Oh, wait, did they? Okay, so here we got some work done, window glazing, roof installation, looks like
it's here.
windows.
I think it's a war memorial.
Is this at War Memorial?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Okay.
Because I don't think we did any work yet.
Auditorium balcony, that's the War Memorial.
Okay,
Yes, it's the War Memorial Building.
all right, good, all right. And that's for the actual work
That's
being completed, so that's good. All right. Oh yeah, what is this? Okay. It starts on page 50, goes over onto page 51, and it's PO 133-40026. And it's Marathon Collaborative Administration Services for $7,083. Just curious what what we're having them administer for us. For ARPA construction. Okay.
Right. Yeah, these are ARPA funds.
Republic of the Commonwealth. But what did they? All right.
I can get more information on this vendor in particular.
Okay.
All right.
It's consultation services.
Sounds good. Okay, that is all I had for now. Any other members of the committee, Mr. Minicello, or?
I have a few.
All right, well, Mr. Minicello then.
Page 45.
Sorry, Counselor Minicello.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Page 45, P.O. Box, P.O. number 323-40390. The Future Technologies Group for $26,345.80. Safety and security, just wondering what that is. Oh, cameras district-wide.
Yes, this is the school department. This is out of their general fund.
Let's see.
Cameras. Ceiling cameras.
Yeah. Okay, so there's quite a few. I mean, the numbers, it said that for the entire district, and the quantity, it looks like, there's a whole bunch of different quantities, like there we go. Looks like one is 44 units, one is 30, 10, 5, so okay. All right, just large number, wanted to figure out what it was for. Next one is page 147. Contract services for a bus. It's PO number 323-40270 in the amount of $9,088.88.
Thank you. 47?
147.
This is through Brockton Public Schools.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, this was page 153. I skipped 147. Yep, this is 153, I got ahead of myself, yep, Brockton Public Schools. Okay, and this was for what, 9,088.88? Or did I mess up?
This is through their general fund.
Yeah, there it is, 9,088.88. Okay. Let's see what this one is. This is the vendor.
Some kind of print service, HP.
Is it, I don't know, this is, is this PO 323-40270?
Yes.
Really? Because it's- Oh, business, I'm thinking bus, business, BUS. Could be a business, okay.
I think these are,
Something to do with the
they look like
copiers?
printers. I mean, if it has to do with HP, it has to do with printers.
I guess it could be a copy machine, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, color printing, clicks, black click. Okay, I mean, obviously this is for some sort of equipment that, you know, my expertise, my eye does not automatically know exactly what it is, but it looks like it's for equipment. Okay, then we have page 147. 147. PO 133-40101. And that's in the amount of 10,725. Brockton City Hall.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is through ARPA funds.
Okay.
This is the architect that we
Monthly
referenced
invoice.
earlier.
Okay, so this is 1 month.
I can get more information on this.
And then there was one above it, PO 133-40084. It says paintings, $2,010. So 133-40084.
ARPA funds, City Hall.
Let's see what we have here.
Feasibility study.
Wonder why it says paintings on the, as a description. So it's a feasibility study.
Chairman?
Yes, Councilor Alley.
Point of information through you to Councilman Minicello. This could be for maintenance or care of the paintings.
Okay. Shouldn't the invoice specify that? Needs to be specific?
You would think. You would think.
Nope.
Just, you know,
Feasibility.
Or it could be the artwork that's currently concealed behind the drop ceilings, seeing as this is related to the scope of work for renovating the building.
can we just get a little more information on that, just so that we know, what the $2,000 is for? You know, specifically, so. Yeah, that's about it for me right now. Thank you. Thank you
Very
very
welcome.
much.
All right. Any other questions from any of the other ones? No question? No?
I got mine at the beginning.
Oh, okay. I got one question. Page.
Okay, Counselor Texera.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Page 152, the PO is 133-40098 for $7,083. Salt server through the-
It's more consulting services, and it's with one of the prior vendors we discussed. This is through ARPA. I can get more information on this if you like.
Okay, well, appreciate that if you can
Yep.
get more information on it.
Okay.
Yeah. I had another one, 152. That's all I have for now. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. I have just a couple more if nobody else. All right, I'll be quick, just a few final ones. P24-029, PO 3724005 to the YMCA for $30,000, $30,525.33. 158.
It's, that's a grant. Whoop.
In attendance at West Chestnut.
Oh,
It looks like some kind of, almost even a focus group amongst parents for the preschool kids.
Is this for, oh, parenting, okay. Case management. Okay, I think I know what this, yeah. It's the program, okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, thank you. And then, just out of curiosity, and I don't want to go through these because there may be names that come up, and I don't want to do that. But I noticed, I'll give you the, well, there is no PO number. Okay. It's at the bottom of the page, 158, one-time vendor, and there's things like water liens, sewer liens, committed interest. What are those? Are these people that owed us money for water and sewer bills and the interest? And
And it gets leaned onto the real estate.
so, but it shows up here like like a payment.
I mean, it could have been a refund of some sort. I can look into it more
Okay.
specifically.
Like I said, given the nature of what this appears to be, I don't want you to open them, and
Right,
But
and you
if you
said it
can
was
get-
on the last page,
it's on page 158. It's the last item.
last item, okay.
And there's, it spills over onto 159, but I'm just curious, I don't need names, but as to why we are cutting checks under that particular item, because it seems like that would be income. So,
I'll find out.
all right. And I think, I don't want to say this till I'm sure, because then yes, this would be my last one. P24-029, page 163, PO number 1384003 SCRSG Service Corp. Membership subscription, $4,100.
Okay, this is through our procurement department. Appears to be some dues. It's membership for an entire year.
Membership to what?
Some association, I assume.
Membership fiscal '24. Okay.
I can
Yeah.
find out what SERSG is.
Yeah, and, you know, I'm just kind of curious what the benefit to the city is to be a member of, you know, I recognize, like, there's probably a procurement association, there's an auditing association, I'm sure there's a CFO's association, but the benefit to the city is,
Mr. Chairman,
Counselor Lally.
point of information, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Is the Southeastern Regional Services Group. Under the About Us tab of their website, they say 26 towns and cities are SCRSG members and managers benefiting from shared procurement and administrative services provided by one regional administrator.
Okay. Maybe for the next meeting, if we can just talk to procurement and learn a little bit more about what, an example of what they've done to help us out would be great. All right, that's all I had. I think agenda item number 3 was other business. Is there any other business to come before this subcommittee?
No, we're going to have another meeting
Next
about
week.
sort of other business, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get that booked, and I'll get that communicated to the members of the committee. I'll work with Irene to book the next one. And
Well, then, Mr. Chairman, I would make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
motion on the floor, seconded to adjourn. All in favor? All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.